blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ah, but see, that is where you are wrong, dear narrator. So hello, Professor Bright here, welcome back to Slay the Princess, where last episode was particularly horrifying for me. Well, I say that. The second chapter was particularly horrifying for me. I did not like that at all when she became a horrible beast. Wasn't a fan. The chapter 3 was fine. I can accept the whole fusing with the princess to become sort of a shadow of what we were once upon a time. Although, it does bring up the fact that we can never be the same entity, the same fundamental force of reality that we were, thanks to this asshole. But that's another discussion entirely. You'll have to go back to that episode to see it. This time we're getting something of a palate cleanser. Because again, I'm seeing why someone might look at the princess and say, oh yeah, she's a monster, I need to kill her. I get that now. I get that position. I understand. But there's other aspects to her, and we're going to go with a path that we almost tread down our first run, but then I kind of, screwed up at the end, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, easily done. It's called The Damsel, which I think we already saw, maybe, ? But getting there is easy. Just enter the basement and don't stab her.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Very complicated.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Huh.
The air feels heavy and damp.
Oh, it does,
a hint
does it?
of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
Indeed,
If
indeed.
the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, who trapped her here, though? I'm pretty sure that was you, buddy, so, kind of messed up you decided to give her this horrible basement to die in.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
It's interesting. He was meant to essentially convince us or manipulate us into killing the princess, who is transformation in the larger universe, and he does such a terrible job of it. Truly awful. Anyway, I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Hey, maybe if you had a better tone to your voice. Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I do love the voice acting, but the character, come on. What'd you think was gonna happen?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Well, you won't be stuck down here forever. Technically. It's a long story there.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Hi, I'm a horrible crow demon.
You
How's
walk
it going?
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Yeah, you said something about a light source, though, and I'm kind of curious of what that is. I guess we just don't get to see it. That's fine, I guess.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Oh, hero, if only you knew. But, yes.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Well, not forever, actually, just for an undisclosed amount of time.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I didn't.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Yeah. But the end is how you start the beginning, so... I'll see what I can do. Let's see what we got.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
No, I'm not.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
So you say.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
I do not.
Maybe
in fact.
it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna go check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Actually,
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
okay, fair enough. I had a slight suspicion that I might have accidentally stepped off the path, but, well,
Is someone else here?
try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
There's only one other person here, narrator.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
I think they're met with narration, but that's just
You're
me.
here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
You
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Princess.
This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Meh.
Easier for whom?
Exactly.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Who's everyone?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
That they did.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
But why?
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Yes,
She
but
barely hesitates before
no.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Right. Yeah.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You
True.
won't like what happens if you do that.
I mean, I don't like it, but also I think there might be more to it than I saw on my first run through, so save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
You're welcome.
You cut into her flesh.
Yep.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort
That
to crack
face.
through the bone of her arm.
That face. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. The artists did amazing work, but oh my god, I hate it.
Her limb falls to the ground,
Oh,
and the
yep.
heavy chains follow suit.
That's fine. The troubling thing is I actually do like horror, but man, there's something to this that's just like,
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
yeah, that's the thing, right?
No, she didn't.
True.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours,
A little bit of blood
from
on her.
wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
I mean, I wouldn't focus so much on that as the blood on her little smiling face. That's so uncomfortable, but okay.
How is she still smiling after everything?
Yep,
It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
I noticed.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
And yet, it seems that they can.
Watch me.
Except it's not effective, but minor detail.
What are you doing?
Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to
hey.
do this, right?
She's got that little, bone marrow in her bones. That's actually kind of a cute little detail there. Anyway, I know I don't have to do it,
Lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
but the narrator's going to force me to.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Again, just look at that. That's such a great scene.
Stop it.
Anyway,
Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
dynamic posing. It's amazing. Anyway, no, you're not. You're trying to just kill the princess. That's your goal. So, resist.
The blade! Move the blade!
Alright, let me move it this way.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Well, do what you have to.
We both know this isn't you.
Yep.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
And her eyes grow to consume the rest of her face.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Yep, we both know that's not how this is gonna go.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
The throat.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Not the chest, the throat.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Hey. We're dying a painful death for this stranger that you locked in the basement that you didn't convince us to kill. So it's kind of your fault. Excuse me. Entirely.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
This is one of those cases where I kind of need a VTuber model or something just to have me flipping him off the whole time, but you know, something for the future.
I'm sorry.
This is kind of hilarious, actually.
She doesn't know how
This
to
face.
use a knife, does she?
No, she doesn't. She clearly doesn't.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
It's not just a stab wound, it's several stab wounds, okay? Get it right.
I'm so sorry.
With one last
Aw.
thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this.
Well, it
Right.
can, sort of.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
For now.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Yeah, Chapter 2, The Damsel. This is where we ended up on, I'm pretty sure, on my first run.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yes.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Thing is, I remember slaying her because, when we got there wasn't so much of a person, but we'll get to that in a few moments. I've had time to adjust. Actually, yeah. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time.
Yeah, uh-huh.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes,
For
he didn't
now.
approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, technically we're gonna do what the Smitten wants, technically.
Beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Yeah. Kinda breaking stealth there, bud.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4? Oh, me. Yes. You, the hero, and the princess. 3 plus me makes 4. Yes. I can do math.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
You know, we never did actually kiss the princess at the end of the world. Huh.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
You know, when it comes from you, that line has a lot less gravitas to it. But well, I appreciate your intentions. Go to the cabin. Let's
A warning
go.
before you go any further.
Oh?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Never would.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
And who can blame him? It is a very nice voice. I'm a little bit jealous myself.
I do, but I also speak from the heart.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
I thought we were talking about the narrator, whose voice I do like, even though the character is an asshole.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Kinda with you, hero.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
But I do love their bickering, and their back and forth. The banter really makes this game, really elevates it to a 10 out of good.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Ornate? Really? The legs of the table, sure, but the top of it,
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Indeed. Yeah, just enter the basement. We're not gonna worry about the mirror on the wall because it's just gonna disappear. Why bother?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Strongly disagree.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Seems like a lovely basement.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
Steady on.
I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Agreed.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
Thankfully.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Nope.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, don't worry.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Uh-huh.
And she called us a hero.
Well, that appeals to you, obviously.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
I know, right? They really are kinda, well, they're smitten, and one of them has heroic impulses, what can I say?
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yep.
That's right, villain, and you killed us.
Got us killed, more accurately.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Oh.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
We do.
We damned a whole world, but everything reset.
Yeah, that part's kind of confusing to me.
Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever.
Pretty sure I can.
Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Oh my god! I do not remember this at all. Like, this specific outcome, I do not remember. My god.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We do. It's complicated, Hero, but trust me, we do.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
God, I hate you
Are
so
listening
much.
to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
We might. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that? I suppose I have to ask. Did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Yeah, see, that's what makes me think of you as more monstrous than the thing that ate me.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Uh-huh.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
I mean, technically, no. I have no feelings one way or the other about the world ending.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world
Hey.
has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Hey! Not nihilist. Existentialist, I think, is the term that was used to reframe my general philosophy in a more positive light.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
The truth, please.
Me too. I don't care.
Ah.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
Well, good for not answering questions, thank you. That's a little bit annoying. What happened after I died exactly? Maybe that'll, answer
died.
questions.
And now we're talking.
Yeah, but between that though. But between those two things though. I suppose we'll ask this.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
So the question I asked was, you killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why'd you do that? A pardon?
Did we?
No, we didn't.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
No, it isn't.
She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
No, she chose to kill us to save her own ass. She has chains here. She probably could have chained us up with... Well, admittedly, she didn't unlock that manacle, so maybe not. But still...
She made the best decision for her.
I'm with the narrator on
Don't be so
that.
quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Yeah, but also from you. But also, yes. Well, I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
I'd really rather not.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
I hate you so much. But anyway,
What?
yes.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
The Smitten says we can, so we can.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Yeah, you're not, Hero. I'm with you on that. This is why I killed you the first run through, but, well.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
Yep.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
Yeah.
So go ahead and slay her.
But I'm not going to do that, narrator. Sorry. For the sake of exhausting options, sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you, they took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Quite rude as well.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Uh-huh.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, no, don't like it.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
A very unsettling extent, Hero. A very unsettling extent. Fortunately, this is less, horrifying to me in a personal phobias way. Just in a existential, this behavior in a person, no, something's wrong with them.
That's because she's perfect.
No, she's broken in so many different ways. But anyway.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Actually, an interesting question.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Well, fortunately.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue the princess.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Sorry, what? You'll what? Take over our body and forces to try and kill her?
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
He will, too. It's really annoying that he does that.
You wouldn't.
Oh, he would.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
You're doomed, thank you.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Sure.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, accurate.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
It is a little bit saccharine, but or saccharine? I don't know how you pronounce that. Only ever seen it written.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Oh, I love this guy. Hate the character, but love him too. Love to hate him.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
True.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
The power of love and this gun that I found.
What do we do now?
But no. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I mean, the empty half-truths that you give us.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well... So I'm going to just save here real quick, because I have a... I wonder if there's like a recursive sort of nonsense bit. Wait, I'm sorry. Is This could just be the art, but there's a little piece of me that says this might just be a mask, but also that's probably just from me remembering the nightmare and seeing how the ear connects to the face. No, it's fine. This is definitely her real face, probably. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Oh, yep, this seems much worse now.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh god, it's worse!
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh, it's so much worse!
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I kinda do. But you need your own thing. You've just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me. This is actually amazing, like, advice for people rushing into relationships. This is kinda... Although also...
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Yep. This is so much
Is
worse.
it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
Yeah. Oh no! The face! Oh, God, that got so uncomfortably, like, oh God. Ugh. Hate that. I don't hate it as much as the monster, but I do hate this. The emptying of a person into just someone who wants you to be happy. That's all I want. That's everything to me. No. Sorry, no.
No. She was our perfect match.
Maybe for you.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
I mean, we could also talk about how the fact that she's now
Mirror.
just a sketch.
Why is it here?
Kind of our
Why
fault.
now?
Kind of our fault. Pardon. Yeah. We'll be reassuring because we're nice.
But it feels so bad. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I mean, we could, but, I'll see you on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Oh, I'm melting. The word you want there is melting, not withered. Melting. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Proceed to the princess. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Huh. I mean, we already know the answers to these, but what do you think of this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about molding her like that, but also, I was curious.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
As you say. Kinda want to see what the other outcomes for that would have been. But my curiosity does appear to destroy the princess more often than not. You know what happens to the worlds we leave behind, actually?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How many more vessels? I think it's just 2.
We will know when...
Yeah, it's just 2. Pretty sure. I could do all these explore options, but I think we've seen them all before. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And once again, bring the deconstructed damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Doesn't need to be, though. We're gonna... Well, yeah, we've got time. We are going to go skip ahead just a teeny tiny bit. So, one moment, please. Alright, and the next princess on our list is the Prisoner. Which... Well, actually, I kind of want to... No, because the last time we tried, I kind of couldn't do that. I was thinking about maybe trying to go back through to the damsel again, but last time, if I recall correctly, when we tried that, we couldn't make the same decisions twice, and we ended up with the Trickster. Which, don't get me wrong, I do like the Trickster, but let's see if we can't try out a new princess, as it were. Explore a different path. And for this prisoner, it's actually basically the same as the damsel. We just bring the knife and decide to free her. So, give me that blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
And we're going down.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
It is I.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down
Which
here.
is kind of fascinating, isn't it?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
How she changes her approach depending on what... Oh. Maybe I have made some bad decisions?
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Will do.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
You know, it might be because I said, yes, thank you for telling me what to do to the narrator, instead of just going forward.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Kind of.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What? No way, why would you even think that? I'm just here to talk. I think I've definitely gone off the path I planned, but let's see what we've got here. What? No way! Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade.
Fair
Of
enough.
course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
True. We'll drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Probably.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I mean, yes. Yeah. I mean, really? 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 Tempting. Tempting. But yes, I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Well, can't be much of a secret.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Oh yes, I totally trust this face.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
A little while.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Oh, but I know you're dangerous. Also, hate. Like, love the art, hate the face, hate it. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
True.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Accurate.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Don't like the phrasing there, but okay.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
I mean, it reveals parts of your personality, and so far you seem like a very manipulative and terrible person. So...
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I don't trust either of you with that tone, but you know,
She's
that's
wrong.
neither here nor there.
This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
So how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Well, hero, this is gonna be the second time we remove an arm of hers, but okay.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Hopefully we go for the wrist instead of the upper arm, just to lose less mass, but you know. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Wow.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
What's wild is that that is accurate for every princess that we've interacted with. They almost never give us a straight answer. Except for the best princess, but sadly, her ending has happened. Anyway, okay, we've talked enough,
Oh,
I think.
have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Yeah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Well,
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Is this all because I brought the knife down here, or is it because I said, yeah, I'm okay with killing you in that initial decision? I'm curious.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
I mean, she's not wrong.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Indeed.
Is someone else here?
Well, there's only the 3 of us here. 4 of us, technically, including you. Try the door.
But it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess. Your shouts, I'll repeat myself.
Yeah, okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Nah.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
So...
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Pretty sure I won't, but hey, here we are. Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Again, you're just, like... Okay.
You cut into her flesh.
This seems so much worse than just going through the lower part of the arm, but okay.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yeah, she's very cold, and we're definitely on the horror side of the horror/love story that this game purports to be.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
That's because she isn't, hero.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
And warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Hopefully she'll actually know how to use a knife this time. But, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Nah.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
Yep.
I'll make this quick.
Appreciate it.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Yeah, you see me in about 5 minutes.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Actually kind of appreciate that compared to the other one, so...
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Oh, one ending.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Maybe. The prisoner. Okay, so that is how that goes.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
A princess who's a prisoner.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We're just not going to tell you about that, so, proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go.
Oh yeah,
any
who's
further.
our second voice?
She will lie,
she will cheat. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud?
He did.
No, I didn't. Wink.
You love him. I love him. Oh, I love it.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Screw you, narrator. I love the skeptic. Proceed into the cabin. Oh. Love that character archetype.
The interior of the
A little
cabin
goofy.
is less a
Just a teeny
cozy
tiny bit.
woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Yeah, it's also kind of wild that the outside is a log cabin and inside it's all these stone bricks. You want to talk about that, narrator?
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Uh-huh.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, I don't think I do. But, about this mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror.
Wipe it clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the camera. I
Hero.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
I'm pretty sure you're warning the narrator is what prevents that from being interactable, that mirror from being interactable.
But there was a mirror a second ago,
Indeed.
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Oh, it will eventually. Enter the
I'm
basement.
afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Oh, do you get a choice in the matter?
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Yes, that is not a thing that we would ever do.
Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hey, don't I get a say here? What's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Okay.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Interesting.
Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement
Curious.
creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I wonder if there's another way to get to the prisoner without having the skeptic, and so we get a different path that way. There must be. Probably. Probably if I didn't immediately say we're okay with killing the princess, and I just silently moved to the cabin. But, oh well, won't be exploring that.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Hasn't been that long.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
Hello, it's
You
me
walk down
again.
the stairs and lock eyes with
I
the
love that
princess.
face.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Again, love the face. Also, this seems excessive, but, well, we'll go with it.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Probably not.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Actually, well, I guess you could just stab her in the chest, I guess. Kinda.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
True.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'd rather not, actually, but, you know. I'll sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Okay.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
I like her already.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
But also I could sit closer, and you know, given that, oh god, the thing is this has always ended badly for me, but at the same time, I mean, we could be a bit of a jerk here. A bit of an asshole. And I mean, what happens if we do? Like, what's actually gonna happen?
Do you think this is a game? Do you think these chains take away my say in things?
Well, yes, actually.
As
Okay!
you move towards the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
That's fair.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Probably should have... Okay, space is important to you. Got
The
that.
metal chains constrict around your windpipe as the princess heaves with a muscled intensity.
Probably should have seen this coming.
Drop the knife or you die.
Sounds like a plan.
What is she doing? We weren't trying to attack her.
Yeah, she might be a bit paranoid.
I can see where she might have gotten the wrong idea. She doesn't have much agency here. Would we have trusted her if the roles were reversed?
You know what? That's fair, actually. I was not taking this as seriously as I should have.
I don't know. How about we think about the nuances of interpersonal relationships when we're not being strangled?
That is a fair assessment.
How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Oh, you know I'm not gonna do that. Dropped.
As your weapon falls pathetically to the floor, the princess releases you from her stranglehold, shoving you away with a swift kick.
Okay, got it. Personal distance. Understood.
Your hands test the bruised flesh of your neck as you regain your senses, watching with a dazed expression as the princess snatches up the blade.
A little bit rude, but okay.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
She pulls up her hair,
I'm sorry, what?
smiling slightly as she raises the blade to her throat.
What?
You can stay right where you are for this next part.
Pardon?
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck. No.
God, it always ends badly for me. Why do I keep doing this? Watch in uneasy silence, I guess.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
You know what? Maybe I should have looked away.
I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
I don't think it's gonna kill her.
Huh. So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet.
Yeah.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches.
Okay.
There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
Did I have a load? No, I didn't. Cool. 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 Great. Love this.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder,
Yep.
and her neck opens.
Yep.
The remaining tissue is not enough to hold
Cool.
the weight of her
Yeah.
severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Well,
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it
Can we
back?
put it
Please
back?
tell me we can put it back.
yeah, Hero, we can put that back. We can just reattach her head, right?
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Yeah, I guess from your perspective we did.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please?
I'm with you, Hero. Wow, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, personal distance is important in a relationship. Apparently, you don't know if someone's gonna cut their head off because you got too close.
Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Yeah.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
Yeah, what?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy, proof of our victory. Hell, we could even give her a proper burial. She did save the world, right?
Oh, you don't think she's dead?
You don't need proof, you don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave. Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them. I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things, the danger has passed. You can relax. I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
Yeah, she did actually cut her own head off, so I'm pretty sure she's still alive in there.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
I mean, I've already gone this far down the route, might as well.
Ugh,
Come with me, princess.
Fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin. Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved. She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself?
Did her eyes
to
just
explain
switch?
to you why decapitation is lethal. The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Uh-huh. Yes, leave the cabin
Open
and
the
claim our
cabin door,
reward.
ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only we both know that's not how this goes, but...
Only
Oh!
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Yeah, you were supposed to leave me out in the void.
Well
We made it
played.
out. Hey!
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. But it's already... over? Is he gone?
Yes.
But we're still...
Clever.
Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
I should have sat further away from here so you could have a whole body, but, well, sorry.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Well, that's how that ended. But you do not get the chance to respawn, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
Where does she go? Should we try and find her?
The less curious, memory returns to us, but not to the voices, the subsidiaries of our will, we'll call it.
And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's still gonna be okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Well, I don't really have a choice but to go to the mirror, so...
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Feels too good to be true.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. And that is... you've unraveled. I mean, I feel like this is more withered than unraveled. And certainly more withered than, you know, the melted version of us we saw just a moment ago. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed. So... Hi.
There's
Oh,
a
you got her
world
body too.
beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Yeah, and you got her body as well out of the basement, as it were. This is pretty terrible.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Well, it looked very glowy and bright, so... You know. There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
They're only human, after all. Let's see here. You have thoughts? Well, do you think anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Nothing can't exist in isolation, would be the more accurate version of that, but yes. Remind me, actually. Well, first of all.
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
I'm glad I'm able to count properly. But, remind me, do you have other voices?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Technically, no. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. Technically, if I recall correctly, he died to make this place.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Indeed. Do you have any thoughts on this particular vessel?
This one is cold and cynical.
True.
She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
I kind of wish I'd seen other options with her, but, well.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Fair enough, I suppose. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? Anything in particular?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Yeah, actually, did you know what you were going to become when you awakened?
If I did, I would already be awake.
The two ideas are not connected, but okay. I suppose I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
A gratuitous vessel. Bring the prisoner's head to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Fun. I am amazed by how many variations they managed to bring into each of these various routes, because I guarantee there was something else there. For the sake of preserving mystery and for more or less enabling you, the viewer, to still play the game and still get something out of it, I'm not going to go back there, but I kind of want to, but I might do that on my own. Perhaps. Either way, next episode will be the end of this run and the end of our time with Slay the Princess. So, for now, thank you all for your time. Note the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I will see you all soon. Goodbye.